Well, irrespective of their ladder position, Collingwood and Melbourne always draw a good crowd. And today was certainly no exception at the MCG. In fact, the two clubs still hold the all-time record for a home and away match, and that too was at the cricket ground on the Queen's birthday holiday of 1958, when 99,346 filed through the turnstiles. This year, the Demons' good form has been spasmodic. A win over the West Coast Eagles showed promise, but while they did beat the Magpies last season at Victoria Park, haven't taken the points at home since the first semi-final of 1988. Drew Morphett, Peter McKenna and Ross Glendinning are our commentators, and we pick up play with 19 minutes remaining in the first quarter. Melbourne is leading by 5 points.
Inside half forward for Collingwood. They're at point. Melbourne a goal. ROCCA taps towards the boundary line. Gathered on the run by McMullen. Into Rhode, just inside the line. He's dragged down on the tackle. It crosses the behind line. And a behind to the Pies.
Good pressure. Very good pressure. Interchange for both sides. Yates and Brett Lovett, I should say, for Melbourne. And for Collingwood, Gaifer and Saunders.
Well, Phil Gilbert has kicked in short and he's found Stephen Stretch. Stretch right in the back pocket. A very experienced player. 29 years of age. Stephen Stretch to half-back Christian, centre of the pack. He thumps it down. Stephen Phoebe gets it further afield to Neitz. As Melbourne bring it out of defence. That is pinpoint accuracy. That was by Gilbert. It's at half forward. This is Obbs. Beautiful pass to Jakovich. Good lead, Alan Jakovich. He's playing on. He's got a loose man. Unselfish play, Jakovich. And he's found Todd Viney. Todd Viney can be an indifferent kick. Now he's kicked it in short. Another loose man to Melbourne. Well, Lee Matthews will not like that. Who is it? Rodney Grinter.
Well, Pete, you're a full forward. Would you have passed it off like Jakovich did when he was 45 metres from goal?
Of course he would have.
I think he had to then, Drew. And to answer the question, no. Rodney Grinter from about 35 metres, chips it in. It's high. It's a goal. 2 goals straight to Melbourne. They lead Collingwood on 2 behind.
A good lead-up play too by Melbourne. That delivery from half-back, fantastic to the leading player. Just allows you then to get the ball off cleanly. First option, and the player's prepared to run. Viney, Grinter, and Jakovich unselfishly passing the ball off.
Well, the main scoreboard is wrong. They're showing Collingwood are behind. They've scored 2, haven't they?
Yeah, I've got them for 2.
Right.
Actually, the umpires are not bouncing the ball in the centre. Now, whether this is about the score, a flat footy, they've just exchanged footballs here.
And interesting too, Drew, umpire McKenna has just gone over and spoken to Neitz of Melbourne.
And Gary Lyon, the Melbourne captain, being consulted about the standard of the new ball. It might have been flat. We're back in the middle. The Demons have made a great start here. Free kick in the middle, and it's Monkhorst to take, STYNES to take it.
It's the other way, Drew.
Monkhorst, it's against STYNES. Jimmy STYNES thought it was his. The kick by Monkhorst out towards half-forward flank. Bit of a push, good use of the body. Mark dragged down by McCartney. Played his first game in the last round 2 weeks ago, a losing game against North Melbourne at Victoria Park. First game for the season, that is. Kicked by McCartney into the pocket. The Melbourne player up way too early, and the free kick is against Simister.
It was stupid play, actually. It was silly play. To go that early, you're always going to give it in the back, aren't you?
Simister, 20-year-old from Springvale in the VFA.
But in all fairness, he'd be pretty excited and exuberant in his first game, Drew.
Yep, drafted by Melbourne, but did his pre-season at Collingwood, which is an interesting twist, and supports Collingwood. But it's ROCCA with a free kick for goal, and he gets the Pies 3rd behind. So he's had a couple of chances for a couple of misses. SAVERIO ROCCA.
And both from free kicks, one down the ground and one right in front there now. Stephen Phoebe chips it across. And this is Scott Simister, who just gave away that free kick. Beautiful kick. Oh, 60-metre kick to centre wing over the back. Look at the running of STYNES. He is a great player. On to Gilbert. Gilbert on the left foot. A clever chip pass. He's found Phoebe. This is Matthew Phoebe. Matthew Phoebe, a left footer, way out at half forward. He'll be able to lob this up towards Jakovich. Jakovich on the lead towards half forward. Lyon waiting at the bottom. Oh, good fist away. A free kick. Advantage paid. It was a Collingwood free kick. Tony Francis back towards half forward. Michael Christian gets a cruel bounce. Here's Brad Rowe. He's caught. No, he isn't. Well, good pace by Rowe. Chips it around looking for Fraser. He'll have the pace. Fraser and Tingay. Fraser. Oh, well tackled by Tingay. Forces the ball over the line at half forward for the Magpies.
But even if you didn't tackle Tingay then, you're still putting pressure on Fraser, which is terrific stuff.
And I'll give you the tip. To catch Fraser from behind is no mean effort. Gilbert and Christian, two West Australians. Comes to Robbins. No distance with the kick, but he gets it out of the congested area. McKenna first there. Happy to see that ball out. McKenna and OBST met here last Saturday, Saturday week in the state game.
But I'm sure that it's Andrew OBST tagging Mick McKenna.
Yeah, Mickey started in the back pocket just to try and upset.
Exactly.
Barnes set up.
Moncourse might have got a hand to it, but Glenn Lovett for Melbourne gets the kick to centre wing. Lyon knew he had the free kick and goes back to take it from centre wing. He's looking to kick it long. Jakovich from behind McKeown. Oh, and a top mark by Rhode.
Enjoying a bit of a run on the forward line, Drew.
Geez, he'd love this. Don't backmen love to get down forward, Ross?
My word.
Well, Peter Rhode, who was so long at Carlton and now at Melbourne, he's kicked only 12 goals in his career, and he's looking for his first goal this season.
He's kicked a point this season.
This is his 10th game for the year. Will it be his first goal? Good on you. Great start to the D's.
Yes, and the free kick coming to Gary Lyon because he's in front. McCartney infringing. And he just was a bit late getting the ball onto Jakovich, who'd led well, so the high ball came through, and a bit of Rhode there. Lovely mark, good stuff behind Morwood.
Underrated player, Peter Rhode. Been a great defender for Melbourne since coming across from Carlton. Very rarely beaten. So, 15 points the margin. Moncourse wins that one, centre bounce. This is Glenn Lovett on to Tingay. They're looking dangerous, Melbourne. They've created the loose man out there. This is Todd Viney. Viney steadying on the right foot. An ordinary kick. He's really lets him down at times. Oh, well done, though, to Jakovich from Grinter. Jakovich going on with it. Alan Jakovich from 40 metres brings it back at goal, and he has missed to the left. Good play, Rodney Grinter.
Clever stuff. I've said quite often there, Pete, that if Grinter concentrates on playing footy, he can play the code.
Well, at the moment, Melbourne giving Collingwood a hiding. Melbourne lost their first 4 games, and Collingwood won 6 out of their first 7. They've lost their last 2. Are they heading for their 3rd straight loss? McKeown, a mighty kick right into the centre square of about 70 metres. It's knocked forward for the Pies to the centre circle. Good gather by Krasiska. Fraser dropped the hand pass. Krasiska again paddles out wide. Free kick. Yeah, Francis off for a bounce.
Yep, coming back to OBS because Fraser later tackled. Poor handball from Krasiska initially to Fraser. Gave him no chance.
Kick by OBST is well directed. And Rhode really enjoying the movement up on the forward line. Peter Rhode goes wide. Grinter behind this time. Oh, he got to the front. That's a top mark. He had no hope from behind Morwood.
One-hander in the end.
That's what we're talking about. He has got skill. Look at this. Wanted the front posse. Eye on the footy, both of them. Morwood hanging on. Right.
Oh, how did that stick? Oh, great effort, wasn't it?
Well, Rod Grinter has kicked 1 already. And he's kicked 2. And Melbourne are 4 goals to nothing.
Their forward line structure, Drew, is very good. They're playing up the ground line and the half forwards, allowing some space at the back for Jakovich and Grinter. And that combo is working very well at the moment. Terrific mark. And that's not an easy kick from there.
He is a very good kick of a football, Rodney Grinter. So, back in the centre, It's Moncourse wins it, but Melbourne have been getting it out. Here they go again. Neat skill of STYNES. Oh, look at the skill of Lyon. How did he get out of that? Well played by Lyon. Peter Rhode again. Oh, they've got problems down here on the forward line, the Magpies. On to Matthew Phoebe. Phoebe, a daisy-cutting pass and hits Andrew Obst on the chest at 55 metres. Oh, gee, Collingwood will have to get something going shortly.
A change in the back line. Krasiska's gone on to Grinter.
So here's the kick. Andrew Obst, a booming kick. A magnificent kick by Obst. He's dobbed it. Well, this is a blitz. Andrew Obst has kicked a 60-metre kick. It sailed over the fence, 5-1, plays 3 points.
Yes, and getting out of the centre, and the skipper, as you called it, Pete, just did very well their line to get out of the congested area. He shouldn't have got through. And his lovely kick to set up the play. Finishes with Obst. Great kick.
Well, we've been playing just 17 minutes here, and Collingwood, who were flag favourites 3 weeks ago, haven't scored a goal. Melbourne blitzing them. Rhode spoiled by Phoebe. Stephen Phoebe out of defence. Short pass up to centre wing. Rhode in between 2 Collingwood players. Into Viney. Melbourne playing premiership footy at the moment. Lyon, great take. Off to Obst. Keeps it in front of himself. The hand pass is good. Jakovich. 30 metres out, nudged over by Francis, and Jakovich will have a free kick for goal.
Collingwood are shell-shocked at the moment. This is an absolute blitz by Melbourne.
Well, their skill level, Pete's been terrific. Their clean ball handling, Lyon particularly just grabbing the ball, and obvious free kick there.
Look at this guy on his own. Hopgood.
Won't need him. He'll kick this.
Could have given it.
Could have. He'll kick this.
He was 30 metres clear.
At the moment, it's 14 marks to 4, 35 kicks to 18, 23 handballs to 14. All Melbourne's way. Collingwood have hardly seen the leather, and Jakovich kicks for the Demons, 6th goal to nothing. He's got it. (37-3). And if you'd seen this scoreline 3 weeks ago, you wouldn't have believed it.
Not at all. There are a couple of words exchanged there between Jakovich and Francis, which we can't repeat.
I think you'll find Mickey Gaffer on the ground very, very shortly. They've started him on the bench. I thought he'd line up on Jakovich. Maybe they're worried about the free kick situation. So back to the centre, STYNES. Well, Moncourse getting a lot of hit-outs, but Melbourne getting it out. Now, is that a free kick? Umpire said no on this occasion. How will he see this? This is TINGAY, cleverly done. On towards Robbins. Robbins to Hopgood. He's held, but he didn't have it. Free kick.
Yep.
Off he goes. Is he no, he's got to come back behind the mark, but he handballed it away, Ross, didn't he?
Yes, knew he's under pressure. It's clever stuff from the 19-year-old.
So Paul Hopgood. Oh, look at this. A loose man in STYNES, centre of the ground. Well, what can Collingwood do? In towards half-forward. Lyon, uncontested. Not good play. Todd Viney, the chip pass. Jakovich. Oh, he's got it, Jakovich. An open goal looms. Another goal to the Demons. Goal number 7.
So Grinter, Rhode and Jakovich in everything for Melbourne as the D's led by 22 points at the first change. Let's go back to the cricket ground now and we pick up play with some highlights of the second quarter.
Lyon gets up very high. Running onto the ball, Cowell bounces it through 50. McGuan's back there. Collingwood edging away at this Melbourne lead. On his own out in the open is Christian. Off the left boot. On his own is Morwood, who is flogged in defence. Move forward. Now should kick a goal. Bouncing ball, Rhode. Beats the tackle. All Collingwood. Morwood again. Well, he's kicked too, Shane Morwood. Oh, he hit the umpire.
He played on.
Now the umpire's going to give him another kick.
Morwood played on.
Yes.
Shane Morwood. He's kicked the goal. Give 3 points to Morwood and 3 to the umpire.
There's Andrew Obst still going on with a terrific play by Obst. Look at him go. Tony Francis, well done. Almost a free kick to Francis. Alan Richardson kicks it straight to Lyon. Lyon to Todd Viney, but Andrew Obst, that was a tremendous effort. Over the back, here's Rhode. He's got backup support. Phil Gilbert's going to have a shot for goal. The full-back kicks at goal and puts it through. What a performance. Collingwood were getting well on top and looked like going past them, and Melbourne have certainly steadied and playing pretty good football at the moment. An ordinary kick, Rodney McKeown. A very poor kick, in fact. Matthew Phoebe. Danger here, the chip pass in towards Jakovich. Oh, he's marked directly in front. The crowd is hushed. There's the kick from Jakovich. It's a goal, all right through the middle.
Tapping on. Saunders goes to ground. Russell's hand pass intercepted by STYNES. Now Melbourne with a chance. Viney, kick to centre half forward. Not a bad effort. Hopgood might have taken the mark. Tingay, a backhander. Is it a throw?
Oh, was that a throw? That's the question mark.
I think it's more of a hit than a scoop.
Oh, I thought he scooped it up. A backhanded scoop.
A throw, a scoop, a tap. What do you reckon? Jakovich for number 6. Close. A goal.
Look at him.
What a finish to the half. Well, Melbourne kicked the first 7 goals. Collingwood kicked the next 5. But Melbourne have steadied, and at half-time lead 12-6 to 6-9, and Jakovich is already having a softie in the dressing room.
Yes, the Demons doing it well at half-time and had opened up a lead of 33 points, although during the second quarter the Magpies got to within 9 points. We rejoin the match now early in the third. The Magpies have added 1 goal.
So half forward for Melbourne. Can they retaliate with a goal? Oh, well done by Todd Viney on the Rhode. Rhode has a kick at goal. It's floating through. Oh, great effort, Peter Rhode. Top goal. Well, he's kicked 2 great goals, Peter Rhode. And that is a team lifter. 13-6 to 7-9.
Yes, and watch this again on replay. 14 possessions for Peter Rhode. Really enjoying the run on the forward line, making the most of his opportunities. I said during the second quarter, often when backmen go to the forward line, when they haven't had much of a chance up there, they know how important it is to get the possession and do something with it. Well played, Peter Rhode.
Prior to this game, Rhode had kicked 12 goals in 130 games. He's kicked 2 today. Russell goes back to Williams, a centering kick. Diving mark taken by Gilbert. West Australian recruit in his first season in the AFL. Across he goes to Neitz, also a first season player. Awkward half volley. OBST blocked by Morwood. Fraser's got the pace, looks for Krasiska, who's been good in this third quarter. Neitz goes back, missed his teammate with a hand pass. McKenna threads through a hand pass to, oh, it didn't sit all right there for Krasiska, but it's grabbed by Russell. He goes from 20 metres. Great goal! (13-6 to 8-9).
Yes, a good quick reply to an effort over here by Stretch. You might see this in a minute here. No, he missed it. Just got himself out of the play beforehand. Not necessarily on that one. That one wasn't so good either. And the goal results.
So the Magpies have gained 6 points on that half-time lead by Melbourne. They're working hard at the centre bounces. Very important who gets it out of the centre. It's not so much who gets the hit out. It's more who gets it out of that centre with that quick kick down your end.
Centre breaks 11 to 10 Collingwood, so nothing in it.
Melbourne probably with a little bit more talent on the forward line, and probably they've capitalised a lot better. There's Monkhorst, the big thump. Now, the quick kick is by David Neitz to half-forward. Lyon back with the flight, eyes on the ball, and Tony Francis didn't have much hope there. Now, Gary Lyon chips it in. Jakovich couldn't mark. Tap down, Glenn Lovett. Now Jakovich around the corner, a chance for a mark by Grinter. It's a goal to Jakovich.
That's a freak goal, Pete.
Oh, good shepherding, Grinter. He's kicked 7 goals, the full forward. Alan Jakovich, flamboyant as ever, and he loves it. Look at him.
Watch this tap here. The ball's punch coming from Jakovich. Good tap by Tingay. Team play. Love it. That's clean to Jakovich. That's a terrific kick.
Well, that's 7 goals to Jakovich. It's his season's best.
Well, how many goals you have kicked on you before you get moved?
And Jakovich has about 55 minutes to build on his 7. Here's Tingay. Doesn't clear the centre square yet. Rhode. Off the ground, STYNES. Gains 35 metres. McKeown charged at it, read it well. Back towards the centre of the ground. Williams a bit of a chance. Neats at fingertips. Still Williams. Morwood, who's kicked 3.
Yeah, it came off his own play off the back of Watson, I think.
Glad you saw that. I was blocked by the members.
Yes, he did. He kicked it straight to Shane Watson on the left foot. So Monkhorst to do battle against STYNES. STYNES taps it cleverly to Obbs. That was well done. Todd Viney back to Phoebe. Now on to Phil Gilbert. Gilbert the half forward. Here they come from the side. No mark to Stretch. Stretch versus Krasiska. It's Melbourne in front again. Grinter. Front of the Melbourne members. They dive on the ball, but Melbourne working very, very hard. Collingwood desperately trying to get themselves back in this game. They've kicked 2 this term, but so have Melbourne. 14-6 to 8-9. Centre wing, the race is on. McMullen, he went past it with Gilbert. STYNES put his body in. Oh, that was clever by STYNES and by Matthew Phoebe. On to Lyon, on to Grinter, and a slips catch at half forward.
Now Glenn Lovett on the boundary line, 45 metres out. Jakovich uses his body. Out goes McKeown. And the kick by Lovett goes through for a behind.
I thought he could have looked for Jakovich then. Jakovich had doubled back.
He may have been trying to set it up a bit there, but Lovett's been a terrific player. He's had Tony Shaw picking him up. And Lovett's had 20 touches, Tony Shaw 11.
Well, this has been a great performance by Melbourne. Have been resurrected. Neil Baum's first 4 games as a coach in the AFL were losses. And they broke through in round 5 and again in round 6 for wins. Paddled on by McCartney, Fraser and Obst. Ball out of play. It's 91-57. Collingwood have come back once and got to within 9 points. They'll have to do it again. Are they good enough?
STYNES hooks it back with the left hand. Here's Tingay. Oh, here's Glenn Lovett again. He'll look for Jakovich. It's too high, I think. And Rodney McKeown's dropped the sitter. Jakovich after him. The hand pass. That was Alan Richardson. McKeown again. This is Mickey McGuan coming through centre half back. Brings it to the half forward line. Gilbert at the back. Can't mark. Todd Viney. Oh, Todd Viney should have gone for that ball. He waited for his teammate. Now Viney a chance. He went without it again. Well, he'd have let Collingwood in here. There's Morwood diving on it. But I thought Viney just stood back as a spectator then. Not like him. I think he expected Gilbert to come through with the ball, Ross.
Yeah, take that. That's right.
Chance for the Pies. Watson actually wins the hit out. Glenn Lovett belted down by McMullen. Obst, well done. Cowell up towards centre wing. Rhode and Gaffer. Gaffer has the ball out in front. Well done by Lyon. Gives Rhode a chance. His hand pass. Stretch runs onto it. Wide. Jakovich with one hand. It's dumped away by McKeown out of play. Jakovich not happy with the pass.
Had to keep it low, didn't he?
In fact, Tony Shaw's picking up Obst now. Mick McGuan's picking up Glenn Lovett.
So it's at half forward for Melbourne. The danger zone for the Magpies. They really have to get something going early in this term. Here's Lyon doing the ruck work. Shaw went without it. Here's Stretch. Now Hopgood. A quick kick by Hopgood in towards full forward, and the mark has been taken there by Alan Richardson. He plays on across goal to Gaffer. Mickey Gaffer. Who can he give it to? Mark Fraser's there. Tingay back with a flight. Good mark by Fraser. He's off. Gets well played by Obst. He was there to catch him. Oh, strong hip and shoulder stuff. All players with eyes on the ball. Hand pass comes out from STYNES. Todd Viney brings it into the pocket, and racing after it is Rodney Grinter. Grinter, I should say, has kicked 2. He's a beautiful kick.
Started well, but hardly had it touched since the first quarter.
Well, he is a magnificent kick, Rodney Grinter. He will have to be from here. He's on the boundary line from 49 metres. Here he comes out. Drop punt. Not a bad looking kick. Stretch. Still in play. Oh, touched over the line for a behind to Melbourne. But even that behind is helpful as they move on to 14-8 to 8-9, and Collingwood not making any impression on the scoreboard.
Monkhorst marks at halfback. He's the only big man on the ground for Collingwood. Francis is run down by Cowell, and the ball goes out of play.
He's giving that 1-2, Drew. He should have Monkhorst and giving it to Francis, then stepped in front of Cowell to stop the pressure being applied by the Melbourne player, but well done by the young fellow.
Cowell, who played in Claremont's premiership team in 1991. He's got a mate from that side here today. Gilbert, teammate at Melbourne. Viney. And the ball goes out of play in front of the Collingwood bench. And we've got Gubby Allen down there with the president, Alan McAllister. And they might be heading for their third loss in a row after being premiership favourites, Collingwood.
STYNES won that hit out here. Scott Russell, almost legged. Russell can run in and have a shot. He kicks from a long way out. The ruckmen are there. Gavin Brown was there, and it's forced through for a behind. Good play by Melbourne.
Yes, that was Neats off the ground there, Pete. Good stuff. Gary Lyon, a bit of cramp behind play in his right calf.
So 14-8 to 8-10. Time clock ticking down. Under the 15 minutes to go in the third term. Here's Phoebe again. Steve Phoebe. Wonder if he'll go for that short one again. No, he won't. He kicks it long. Morwood, one-on-one. Over the back is Neats. Backup support out there by Matthew Phoebe. Matthew Phoebe. Oh, bad hand pass. Neats. Oh, just loped after it. Taken by Francis. Francis in towards half forward. The mark taken by Rhode. It was ordinary play that by Melbourne. Rhode from 70 metres. That's a high floating kick. STYNES sets himself. That's a mark to Collingwood. A great mark by Gavin Brown. Had to pay the man in front. A champion's mark. That.
Tim STYNES really should have punched then. He thought he might have had the advantage for the height. Here he is on the right-hand side. But Brown gets in front. Good stuff.
Terrific mark by Gavin Brown. He's been very, very quiet. 4-2. He's been moved to full forward to try and lift the Magpies. He is very strong overhead, Ross. One of the best marks in the competition for his size, Gavin Brown. And he will kick from 15 metres. They need it. They need it badly, the Magpies. He stabs, and he is goal.
Well, the crowd's starting to chant Collingwood now, and it's the first time today we've really heard it. STYNES out of the middle. Ball bounces over the head of Hopgood. Gathered by Gafer. His hand pass is good to Shaw. Look out, Shawry. He goes back. Francisca. His kick to half forward. Morwood from behind. Doesn't reach it. Gives away the free. Neats. Shane Morwood had a purple patch in the second quarter and kicked all of Collingwood's goals in that term. Good mark, Saunders.
Free kick to Lyon, Drew. He grabbed.
Gary Lyon, kick and a half to goal from there. Goes short. Too high for Grinter. He's pushed out, no whistle. Stretch. Just gets it away. Phoebe can't get boot to ball. Francisca out of defence. Russell's there. Tries to soccer the ball away. It spills back to Glenn Lovett. He's prepared to lose ground to find Viney. Viney straightens, goes long. There's nobody there for Melbourne. Ronnie McKeown.
That's a bad play of part of Viney's game. That was shocking play by Viney. There are only Collingwood players down there. He should have been looking for the short option. There's a hand pass out to Saunders from ROCCA. Back it comes to Gafer. Back to ROCCA. On to Gafer. Good play, the Magpies out of defence. The kick in towards half forward. The pack develops. Waiting at the base of the pack. Shane Watson. A clever hand pass. Look at the pace. Fraser. In towards goal. Mark Fraser. And it's marked right from that last line of defence by Hayden Robbins.
He's going to come back over his mark. You can't go through the goals that way. You must kick back over your man.
He did well to get back there, leaving Gavin Brown to take the mark on the behind line. It's 92-64. Melbourne still in front. Shaw camped underneath it. Simister got there. The hand pass from Tingay was intercepted by Williams. Tingay then applied the tackle. Down goes Rhode. Well played by Phoebe. Matt Phoebe gets the ball across to STYNES. He's at centre half-back. Dodges Morwood. Matt Phoebe's hand pass misdodged. Phoebe goes back for it.
Well, he's made up for it because he's kicked a beautiful kick out there to David Neats at half-back. Almost on centre wing, in fact. Now, he's chipping it to centre of the ground. Oh, Glenn Lovett's got this ball on a string today. He's really got to be manned up closer, Glenn Lovett. 13 and 9. Lovett in towards the pocket. Jakovich got a couple to beat. There's a terrific mark in front of the pack by Gavin Krasiska. They've got to open up that forward line, Melbourne, and give Jakovich more room, Ross.
Yes, they do.
Oh, it's come unstuck. And lucky for Collingwood that McKenna just got the ball away from Andrew Obst. They went eyeball to eyeball there for a second. And we'll have a throw in between wing and half forward. Demon slightly in attack. STYNES against ROCCA. STYNES, but it goes to Shaw. Stretch. Runs it backwards. Then over his shoulder. Inside the 50. McKeown. Jakovich is unmarked. If they can get it to him, they might. Oh, a smother is good by Grinter. Francis did well. Boundary line his only option. Obst. Jakovich in short. Good mark.
Well, Rodney McKeown did the right thing, Drew, by coming out to meet the foot in. Just hold it in there. They couldn't support him well enough. Jakovich just sat back on him, as a forward can do. And the ball came back to without McKeown having a chance to get back. Change being made. Simister off. And Brett Lovett come on. And also for Collingwood, Morwood off. And Christian on.
He's kicked 7, Alan Jakovich. Just about over the goalpost, batter behind. 6 goals 2 to Alan Jakovich. 7 goals 2.
Well, still the margin just under 5 goals. And the time clock showing about 10 minutes of play left in the third term. The Magpies need a couple of quick ones. Rodney McKeown to the half-back line. Up they go. Thumped on by McCartney. Out there's Tony Shaw. Did he keep it in play? Let's look. Yes, he did. Good play by Shaw. Here's Obst. Was he grabbed? Kicked off the ground. Here's Todd Viney. Viney tries to break the tackle. Onto the left foot goes Viney. Around the boundary line. Tapped back by McCartney was good play. Tony Shaw, centre of the ground. On to Russell. Here come the Magpies. On to Francis. Oh, he's fumbled at Tony Francis. Paul Williams a chance. He's lost it in the tackle, and the Magpies really did mess that up.
Yeah, Tony Shaw took a bounce. Gavin Brown had made a lead and was about 15 minutes clear of Robbins. The kick should have come without a bounce from Francis. The bounce, apart from putting himself off balance, left Brown out of position. Going to lift your sights and look ahead.
Past the midway mark in the third quarter. Collingwood still with a lot of work to do to pick up this deficit. Shaw goes back to ROCCA. Sav ROCCA for goal. He's offline. And he's goalless today. 3 behinds his only result. 14-9 to 9 goals 11. Well, at least it's an improvement by Collingwood from their performance in the last round against North when they kicked only 5 goals.
Oh, that was a beautiful kick in to stretch to the half-forward line. STYNES should mark, and he does. He gives it off. Here's Matthew Phoebe wide. He's looking out there for Jakovich. Yes!
Pete, that's poor manning up.
It's not, it's Grinter, I should say.
Yep. Very poor manning up from the kick out. Stretch got free just far too easily. Now you've got a shot at goal.
Well, he was 30 metres clear, wasn't he?
Should never happen.
Well, it was Grinter. He's proving a good foil down there for Jakovich. He's kicked 2. He's a beautiful kick. 45 metres. Rodney Grinter. It's a floating kick. Will it get there? It hit the post. Second post to the Melbourne, and Collingwood have had 1. So the margin just under 5 goals. So that's 29 points.
Well, it's a gap which is bridgeable, but I doubt whether Collingwood are playing well enough. Still, long way to go. We've got 8 minutes to go in the third term. Here's Fraser. I might live to chew those words. Fraser with pace. Round the outer side. The chaser had no hope. Now it's on the deck. Robbins clears the area for Melbourne. Here's Stretch 30 metres in the clear again. Second time in a minute.
Well, he should just run all the way here.
Kick by Stretch is perfect for Lovett. Glenn Lovett. Now he's got 1 out. The spoil came from behind, and McKeown sees the ball out of bounds away from Jakovich. And we'll have a throw in the forward pocket. 11 kicks for 7 goals, Alan Jakovich.
Yes, and he went for that one-handed. He could have really tried to mark that with the 2 hands in. He was in front. Forward pocket, line to do the ruck work against ROCCA. Grinter there to lend a hand. Here's Jakovich. Oh, that was nearly out in the full. No. Found the umpire right on the scene to deliberate on that one. Again, forward pocket. 94 to 65. Melbourne lead. STYNES flicks it over the back. And here's a chance for Rhode. Smothered off the boot. OBST dives on it. Gets it out. STYNES! Touched just as it was going to float through for a goal. It was touched by Jason McCartney.
Yes, and good play to always have someone back in that square. Don't leave it vacant.
Ronnie McKeown used to be a goal kicker. Now he's trying to be a goal stopper. He hasn't really stopped Jakovich today, who's kicked 7 on him. McKeown's kick towards the outer side. Christian just off the bench. Should have taken the mark and did against TINGAY. Fraser just behind centre wing. Gafer. He's the man given the chance to have a run. Long. Rowe the only chance for the Pies.
Paid the mark.
Paid the mark. Didn't hold it very long. Stephen TINGAY goes wide. Rather, TINGAY takes it from Stephen Phoebe. Round the outer side. Rhode enjoyed the role of a forward today. Dodges past Gafer. One out is Lyon. Now he's doubled up. Punch towards goal. Chance for Jakovich. 8. Spectacular goal kicking. Spectacular entertainment, Alan Jakovich.
I think he lifted his jumper there. He's got some fix on the front of his jumper. I think he just had a bit of a sniff there. But good contest here by Lyon. And this is clever stuff. Could have bent down to pick it up, socketed it off the ground. There it is, sniffing the Vicks.
He looked like a crook going into court.
Oh, he's a character. 8 goals. You've got to hand it to him. He is an exciting player, Jakovich. There's Cal. A magnificent hand pass to Stretch. Stretch will kick this. Here's a very long kick from 45 metres. Stephen Stretch says, thank you very much. I'll have a goal. He is a magnificent kick on the run, and I think Collingwood are in big strife now. They trail by 7 goals.
Well, this is a great effort by Melbourne. Collingwood started this quarter as if they'd meant business and going to get themselves back in the game, but to Melbourne's credit, they just kept persisting. Their run's been terrific, and players have used their brains and run intelligently, not just all over the place, but to position, to space. They've made space by running away from the forward area to giving Jakovich and Grinter room. Great footy.
107 to 65. This is one of the boilovers of the season. Stretch kicked the last goal. McKeown in front. He'll need to take this mark. Off hands to Lyon. The hand pass to Grinter, and he gets another one.
By the Demons, they added a further 6 goals, and the difference at the final change was 49 points. Alan Jakovich had 8 goals up until 3/4 time. Could he get 10? Let's go to the final term and find out.
That was by Robbins. Here's Francis. They need him to start firing. Gavin Krasiska. Here's Scott Russell. Now Mark Fraser. A chance again. The kick in towards ROCCA. ROCCA with the height at the back. Can't take it. Mickey McGuan. Hand pass over. Morwood. Oh, did that hit the post? I think it's a goal. Great goal. Now, here's Peter Rhode. Saunders caught. Gets it to Tony Shaw. But his quick kick lands with Glenn Lovett, one of the best players on the ground. Glenn Lovett to half forward. Up they go. It's a loose ball. It's with Melbourne. TINGAY shuffles it out. Stretch. TINGAY. TINGAY looking for a hand pass. He gives it out wide. Here's a chance for Rodney Grinter on the left foot. And he slams it right through the middle, and he's a happy man. Now that's TINGAY to half forward. Oh, great mark. This is Graham Yates on the ground. First run for the game in this term. He's going to run around and have a shot himself on the left foot. Back towards the pocket. Jakovich and McKeown underneath it. Still a chance for Rhode. Peter Rhode on the left foot has slammed another one through the middle. You wouldn't believe this.
On course number 1. Stretch actually was the ruckman. Came over the top. Yates. Jakovich on the turn. Jakovich gets his 9th.
Melbourne runaway winners by 51 points. Alan Jakovich finished up with 9 goals, 4 to Grinter, 3 to Rhode. And for Collingwood, 6 goals to Morwood, 2 to Monkhorst, Rhode and ROCCA. One reported player, Neitz of Melbourne, reported by the 2 field umpires for allegedly striking Francis of Collingwood during the first quarter.
Time now to check.
And the Bombers certainly moving up after their 5-goal win over Hawthorn today at Waverley. North Melbourne from the West Coast. Essendon in 3rd place from Hawthorn, Adelaide and Collingwood making up the 6. And then follows Carlton, Fitzroy, Geelong, Footscray, Melbourne, St Kilda, Richmond, Brisbane and Sydney.